What's good, guys? It's Jnr Choi, and you're listening to Dash Radio.
Woo! All right, everybody, this is Maiwan here at Dash Radio on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Man, we got a real special cat today. We got a culture shifter. We got, I want to say, the son of Thameshead. Is that how I say it?
Yeah?
Where you from?
Thamesmead.
Thamesmead.
Yeah.
Thamesmead by way of Essex?
Nah, Essex is where I grew up a little bit. Thamesmead is where I was born.
Okay,
So
got
just
it.
London,
London,
UK, man.
by way of London,
Yeah.
motherfucking Jnr Choi. How you
My
doing?
guy,
man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Great to have you here.
My pleasure.
I got a true story for you, and I told you a little bit of this, but you know, I do my research, reading your bio. I'll watch some old interviews. I'll just read.
That's fine.
I'm at a Subway yesterday reading. Lady's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "Foot-long white bread." She grabs the white bread. All of a sudden, I'm reading your bio at Subway, and I hear "talking to the moon," and I'm like, "What the fuck? I cannot escape this motherfucker."
As you're there, like reading about it.
Right?
Crazy.
Like your record right now is on a different level of big. There's people whose record blows up, but then there's records that you can't ignore or escape.
Right.
How has your life changed, man?
It's got busier. Yeah. I mean, the way I like to say it is like, we all kind of already doing the same stuff because we've been working towards this for a long time. We've been working towards this, and and what's more to come. But like, it's just everything's way more like times 5. So where it used to be like 4 flights like a month, it's like 4 flights a week.
Damn.
Yeah, where it used to be like this or that, it's like, yeah, it's just, everything's like a
Are
way bigger
you
scale.
enjoying it?
I am 50-50.
50-50?
50-50,
Okay.
yeah. There's the things I'm adjusting to.
Absolutely, I
Yeah,
can imagine.
but overall, I'm enjoying it for sure, yeah.
Okay. Because I'm sure everything's changed now. Like, you can't just meet people anymore the way you used to meet people, right?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right? You
wouldn't
used to
think
be able
about
to
it, but
walk
yeah.
up and just meet someone like,
can't
yo,
just- yeah.
Junior. Now it's like, oh, I know who you are. And they want
Yeah,
something.
or like you've heard something before.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Well, we gotta jump into. I give every artist I interview a gift from my collection of albums.
That's fine.
I got a CD collection. I think I hit this one on the head. If you actually look under you, like right under here, you can put your hand there to the left. You'll feel a CD right there.
Oh, no way.
You fuck with that Weekend?
Yeah, 100%. This is crazy.
That's the album that got you into like making music, right?
This is literally like, this trilogy was literally like my inspiration, for sure.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I seen that, and I think it fits because when you look at the trilogy and The Weeknd, there's no like, he's doing like pop, he's doing R&B.
Yeah, he's versatile, man.
Very experimental. I feel like you're still experimenting with
100%. I've got so much music that's in like, it's in no lane.
Yeah.
It's in no lane, but it's in every lane. It's something that everyone can hear.
I like that.
And everyone can appreciate, everyone can love, and can put it into their own memory. But like, it's not in one category.
Yeah, it's almost like you fit. What I love is I heard you one time say like, wintertime you're making trap, summertime you're making R&B.
Exactly. Right now we've got so many Afro beats and R&B tracks that I like, just out of this world.
And you came at the right time because Afro beats is on such a rise. The drill.
It's all like timing.
Exactly.
Timing of everything, bro. Even the timing of dropping the track, like, could not have been any more perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you heard from Bruno yet?
Yeah, he likes what we did with it.
Really?
Yeah, he likes what we did with it.
I mean, I'm sure he love it. You're bringing him a check, right? Bruno better be happy.
Okay.
No, it's cool because he did the same thing with Uptown Funk. Uptown Funk, Bruno had flipped Trinidad James, all gold everything.
No far.
So as Uptown Funk did good, Trinidad, was happy.
Yeah.
Just
full circle.
Exactly,
Full
to
circle,
the moon. Did you have to like reach out to him before dropping the record, or?
I kind of just did it on some like, it's out.
Yeah.
Because I like for a while I didn't realize it was a sample. I didn't realize it was a Bruno Mars sample.
Oh.
I'm really like under the rock with a lot of things. I kind of just press submit, and then my boy was like, "Oh, like how did did you clear the sample?" And I was like, "Nah." He's like, "Should." I was like, "Okay, let's get towards it."
Yeah. So did it already go viral before you had to start making those
Yeah.
calls? Yeah. So at that point you had to clear that motherfucker.
Yeah, we cleared it whilst it was lit.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that probably made it easier to clear.
absolutely. And then how did you get tapped in with Fivio?
So I was playing Call of Duty, and I was like, "Oh, Father would be a crazy addition to the remix." And then my boy he's from New York, Carl. He was like, "Yo, I can hook you up with his manager right now." And then
Wow, shout out to
Literally,
your boy.
Yeah, for sure, literally.
And do you feel like it's weird? Because I feel like even when I got introduced to the record, it almost was presented not like as his record, but because he's been in the game a little longer.
Right.
Do people like think that's his record? Does that ever happen to you?
Favi?
Yeah.
I haven't had that.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Good. Because I think I had discovered the record around the time his album dropped.
Okay.
So it was almost like I thought it was like a single off of his album.
Okay, you were a bit late.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was very late, bro.
Yeah.
I was hella late on the Jnr train. Absolutely.
No, that's cool.
So
like
one
that.
thing that I was super impressed is how you beautifully tie your two worlds. Because you're part of you've done extremely well in the modeling fashion industry, and then now in music, and then with SS21, you like brought it all together.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be like that for the whole career, man. Because there's so much we can do with both worlds, and no one's really connecting them the way they can.
Absolutely.
Like, Rocky done great,
Yeah.
especially Rocky like kind of paved the way.
Absolutely.
But, like, you could be dropping collections with every like mixtape or album release.
Exactly, every
on, like,
project.
An actual, like, rather than just some tees and a hoodie, like a real collection that
Yeah.
represents what you just put your heart into for the past.
Like real unique pieces, like one-offs and stuff. Or it's like, I know if I don't buy this shit off Junior's next collection,
it's done.
It's never gonna come back
Exactly.
around. I like that. So is that kind of your game plan?
100%.
Going into every project's gonna have a whole collection?
Exactly.
That's fucking unique.
Thank you.
That's dope. That's caught me off guard, man. That's real smart
I
too.
don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah,
it fits. So
right.
what are there any similarities between the two industries, music and modeling?
The lifestyles are pretty similar. You know, you travel a lot, you meet a lot of people, you party a lot.
It's fucking fun.
Yeah. But the industry-wise, I guess you know, there's the gatekeepers, then there's the like. They'll make you feel a certain way. You know, you either have to like try and fit in, you either try and have to stand out, or you just do you. So that you get those three options, kind of both in both industries too. I mean, it's kind of the same track, just a different product and just different physical.
Interesting. Yeah, because I feel like the two industries, it's very much so about who you know.
Yeah.
Like, it probably more importantly than what you're capable of. Like,
100%.
anytime I go to a studio session, the people in the room are cool with somebody. You know, it's always like you're a friend of a friend, and then you might make it on the song. What are some things that, let's say, that you like don't like about music or modeling?
What I don't like about the both of them is that it's not really based on talent. It's more based on, like you said, who you know, and like just some superficial stuff that
about followers and comments.
Yeah, like I can't even have conversations with people that just like base their perspective on stuff like that purely. Like I'll just keep it passive and keep it moving, because it's just, there's no like energy in it, there's no substance.
You don't seem like you get too caught up with the hype of all this, like the hype of like being cool, and like I think that's kind of why it comes to you so naturally.
We've been doing this and we really work for this. I really don't feel like this is like, if I had like, I don't know, if it just came out of the blue on like a random, on a whim, like, he just blew up, like, then maybe I'd probably have a different reaction to all of this. But we really work for this, and this is just the surface. And I'm like excited to really like be able to tell my story and show people what is really capable. Yeah. Especially coming from the UK, coming from Gambia, like the fact I'm even here right now is an honor.
Absolutely, man. And you spoke about that. You spoke about how it was life changing, because I think you said for like 10 to 15 years you hadn't gone back home to Gambia, and then you had gone.
Yeah, I hadn't been for a while.
When you went, you said it was so humbling, right, for you to see these people in positive spirits and happy.
All the time, and I'm like,
Do you still reflect on it?
100% all the time. All the time. Every morning I wake up, literally, I have to like remember.
Really?
Like,
it's like a daily thing.
Yeah, like I gotta be happy with nothing. That's kind of how I shifted my mind. There was one day I woke up and I was like, like I'm content completely. And it was when I looked around and saw the people that around me weren't content. That's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna just do this for them, and then that's why we worked all the way up to get here.
I love that. So your drive is to bring happiness to everyone
Absolutely.
around you.
Yeah, that's why I guess I can never really get too caught up in it because my motivations lie differently.
I like that, man, because I feel like the people who have the sauce, I would say, the swag in this industry, like the real tastemakers, is like, you know, like there's you, there was Rest in Peace, we have Virgil, there's like a line of people. ASAP Nast, I feel like
Nice
brings
vibes,
up,
man.
he is super vibey, you know? I feel like you guys kind of move on your own, like you don't care about what's happening around, and then we
100%.
all follow you.
When it's time, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you had an
takes a
interesting, yeah. I mean, I feel like you're one of those cats. Like your style's gonna get bit left and right, but you know that people, I'm sure, have been biting your swag
we'll see.
left and
We'll
right.
see.
But you grew up moving, like kind of going back and forth between Essex
Yeah.
and I said it wrong earlier. What was the other one? Thamesmead.
Yeah.
And I think it's so interesting because you spoke about there are two different towns. One's like waterfront, one's kind of like in the city.
Yeah.
And I feel like that kind of laid the blueprint for how you kind of move and the way you work because,
Absolutely.
you know, there's, let me do music Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it's like too much of the shit.
Yeah.
Get back into modeling, fashion.
No, for sure. But it kind of gave me like a perspective of like, because London's a crazy city. London's a really like a really good place to be. But I feel like a lot of people get distracted with what London's capable of because they're in it. So when you're in a place for so long, like you just get used to it. You get used to what you're around. But coming back from Essex and then coming back into London and then maybe like making a trip every day from college, like it really gave me the perspective of like I'm coming in to complete a mission. So every day I would make sure my day is used, like every minute's used like specifically.
Absolutely.
Rather than like, and now I live in London now, and it's like I'm in it, and like, you can just feel like I'm just comfortable. You get cozy.
Yeah.
You don't start using your days as efficiently as you could. But it's kind of like that here now. Like I'm looking around the world, and I'm like, cool. I'm in New York next week. Like I can do a madness in 1 week, and then leave, and then I'm using the same like strategy that I had then.
Yeah, like you go there on a mission.
Yeah.
You got to knock out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Something.
Exactly.
That's
It's
incredible.
efficient.
And I think it really like it kind of like if this was a movie, if Jnr was a movie, that'd be the whole theme of the movie. It would show you in Essex, and then it would show what you learned there, applying it to music, and then it'll show you back in London and what you learned there and applying it to
That's
fashion.
a great idea.
No, this might be the movie, bro. We might need to call Matt Reeves.
Let's make it happen. I've got way more to talk about. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it.
I'm sure. Growing up in London, man, originally as a kid, I always thought everything in London was beautiful and pretty. I just thought English people were the most peaceful, like. And then I watched the Gang Street Hooligans, whatever it was called, Green Street Hooligans.
All right.
And I remember being like, oh, shit, they really get down over
It's
there.
not also pretty.
So how is London now? Is it still a little bit crazy? Has it gotten a little...
I can't really say that I've been around anything crazy. Because I've kind of just been in the areas that aren't anything, you know what I mean? It's like staying in Hollywood.
But is it still like there's a lot of like... Because there's like real street fights in London.
Yeah.
We don't have like street fights like y'all have street fights, like 20 people versus 20 people.
You don't?
Not as often.
Oh.
Not as
We were
often.
doing that in school. Like, that's just...
That's
Yeah,
wild.
I remember one thing. I remember one time, like, we had a school versus school fight, right? And it was us against the school. And then we had to, like, walk to, like, their side of the school.
You had to fight on their territory.
Right, on their territory. So it was mad funny. We started off with, like, a good couple hundred. Tell me why.
Couple hundred people?
Yeah, by the time we get to, like, their area, it was mad funny. It was, like, 10 of us.
And y'all got your ass beat,
But
huh?
now we were just looking around, like, where are they? Like, where are they? Thinking maybe there's, like, I don't know, the same amount of people. So we're at a junction now. We look forward. No one's there. We look right. No one's there. I look behind. No one's there. And I swear I looked left at me, and I just saw the whole street. There was just bikes and dogs at the front. I saw bats, and I just saw a good 50 to 100 people behind. I swear. I looked back forward, and everyone I was with was just...
Y'all lost the fight for sure by default.
100%. We cut, man. We cut.
See, that's what I'm talking about, though. Like
I thought that stuff was normal here.
we had fights here, and like I didn't go to a super hood high school, but even from what I hear, the hood high schools, you'd have brawls. But you're talking about like wars. Y'all were like, meet us here.
It would always be over something silly, but yeah, a lot goes on in there. A lot goes on.
See, that's
there's silly stuff, and then there's stuff that other people get involved in. But
Well, I'm glad that nothing happened to you, man, because now your year to the moon is rotating everywhere.
Nah, we made the conscious decision to get out.
Yeah, to get out of that. Absolutely,
Thank
man.
you for this gift, though, bro.
No, of course. So what's next, man? You got the project dropped last year, SS21.
Right. SS21, right?
What do we got coming up? What's
We're
on
going
the
to have
horizon?
SS22 on the way.
Oh,
100%. That's a
Okay.
yearly thing.
that's going to be a project plus a collection.
Absolutely. And then we're going to get into the winter stuff hopefully this time this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell
I'm excited
yeah.
to showcase the winter stuff because we backlogged last year. We had
Wait,
so
are
much
you
winter
going to be
stuff.
dropping in winter and summer? Just
Exactly.
like collections?
Exactly.
This motherfucker is so saucy. You have so much, like, I hope you understand, like, sauce, just swag, even the way you
I
move.
don't know. It just feels normal, man. I'll be real.
I love that, man.
Bro.
Well, man, listen, I'm a firm
Thank
believer that you're going to be dominating both industries for a long time to come.
Thank you, man.
And I think the way you're building up your brand, no one will ever be able to take anything from you.
Yeah,
Because
it's
if
too
the music ever has a bad year, your fashion will kill it.
Fire, right?
Fashion ever has a slow year, your
Yeah.
music will be on fire. And the two go hand in hand.
As long as, you know, as long as I release something, I release stuff that I want to release, like, and I feel it's right, and I feel like people are gonna enjoy for their moments. That's all I care about. Yeah.
Well, I'm hyped.
Mission is done.
I'm hyped for the. Does it SS? Do I say like summer,
Spring and summer.
spring or summer?
Spring and
Okay.
summer 21.
Spring or summer 22.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Super hyped.
Fire.
Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for
Thanks again for
coming
the
in.
gift.
Everybody, I would tell you to go listen to the Moon, but you've already heard that shit. You've already heard that shit
We got a
10,000
new single
times.
coming soon, bro. Don't worry.
Hey, bro, we
New
don't need
stuff
it,
coming
man. That
soon.
shit's going to hold us down for the next 2 years. That record's going to be everywhere.
Oh, crying.
Alrighty, man. Our guy, Junior,
All right.
your boy, Maiwan, here at Dash Radio. We're out.
Yeah.